up next, everybody, we're going to be having a very special set for you all from our comedian in residence here. It's been a while since they've been out here, but we're glad to have them back. Please welcome to the stage Haze XC, everybody.
Wow! Look at that! Guess who doesn't have perms? Oh wait, no, I do. Oh, never mind, I do. Never mind, I freaked out. I'm sorry. Thought I didn't have perms, apparently I do. I was like, I'm bumping into a wall, but like, that's how you know it's realistic. That, you know, if you just walk into the thing and you don't take the step up, it's like how real life works. But other than that, how's everyone doing tonight? What's up, Savy Bar?
Let's go, Haze!
Let me turn off earmuff mode and ignore like the 20 kicks of moderation. God, who did that? Let's ban everyone. God, what is this, a fucking subreddit? Anyways. Hey, is that Abby naked up back there? Fucking like 5 of you turned around. Horny fucks. Anyways, I think you guys already know what's happening next. It is time for you filthy people to let me in you. Let me in and force you to touch some grass. Because I bring to you tonight the news report. Wait a minute. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I had a jingle. I'm technologically... I'm technologically savvy now. Technologically savvy at the savvy.
Oh, I'm technically savvy.
Well, oh. All right, guys, look. So savvy's the reason why I know how to use voice meter. But you couldn't let me have this one. You couldn't let me have this one. You were just like, fuck you. I was on that Discord call with Haze for...
If I let you have one, you'd want them all.
And now I gotta like stare at the other one. Okay, great. There we go. All right. News report. Hurricane Ernesto has been heading towards Bermuda as many citizens of Puerto Rico are left without power. Kind of like when you're at a Puerto Rican wedding and not a single plantain is served at dinner. No power in sight. Robert Kennedy has reportedly reached out to Kamala Harris about an administration role in exchange for endorsement for president. Great. First, Harris copies the idea of a white veteran vice president pick, and now the left wants their own shooting too. He'll be fine. Just don't let him campaign in Dallas or Los Angeles. Disney's D23 event wrapped up with amazing announcements in upcoming movies, such as Moana 2, Frozen 3, Zootopia 2, Incredibles 3, and Toy Story 5. Just to name a few. No confirmation if we're getting a sequel to The Color of Friendship, but I'm starting a GoFundMe to see a sequel where a white girl from Beaver, Oklahoma becomes friends with the daughter of one of the Black Lives Matter founders. Together they triumph over Reddit and QAnon in a fun musical written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, screenplay written by ChatGPT, and starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Adam Sandler, Zendaya, the dog from Air Bud's 7th Inning Fetch, and guest starring Scarlett Johansson playing the part of Barack Obama. Look. Look. Being a comedian who reports news in virtual reality where no one can physically hurt me is a tough gig. I'm just mad that no one gives a fuck about the Disney movies that were my favorites. But who knows? Maybe there's some of you out there that knows my pain and also hopes for a sequel, a reboot, a remake. Don't give up on the dream, guys. Because there's always once upon a time in New York City.
That's good, Savy.
I wanted to see if, like, any millennials' ears just perked up at that reference.
Everything good too.
The Olympics have ended, with the United States the overall winner.
No, I don't need
No big deal. Caca, bitches. Israel ended in 41st place with no medal placements in any category in shooting. Goes to show our tax dollars are being wasted. Jamaica ended in 44th with all medals, including 1 gold, in athletics, such as discus throw, shot put, and long jump. What can I say? Jamaicans really do know how to get high. Absolutely no medals in bobsled, by the way, because Disney movies aren't real and your dad's not coming back.
I'm the child.
What?
Ireland's 19th place ending included gold medals in boxing, rowing, and swimming. Insert alcohol joke here. Catholics, dude, I swear. Lastly, the US got bronze in breakdancing. I thought we invented that shit. That's like if Mexico didn't place at all in soccer. Oh shit. Mexico didn't place in soccer, guys. Thank you. And now back to our regularly scheduled comedy show.
And now back to the.
Look, I don't envy those of you who are here tonight living in a country other than the USA. Something about this nation's culture is just so ingrained that I can't imagine it any other way. So I was at Costco trying to find OnlyFans gift cards in bulk. No luck, but I decided to get some garlic bread that you just kind of like pop in the oven and it bakes. Only in about 4 layers of plastic wrapping, you know, for the planet. As I'm waiting at the pharmacy, a lady notices me and smiles at me. And, of course, as an American, I take no offense to this, and unlike Germans at any given hour of the day, I smile back. She looks at me and she says, garlic bread? Marinara sauce? Are you planning an Italian night? The lack of U.S. nationalism made my head spin. So I pulled out my pistol, and I shot myself. And I only made local news, seeming as political candidates calling each other weak and tired was getting more airtime. My body was then taken to the nearest level 3 trauma hospital, where I received a bill for my vitals being checked by a Filipina nurse. It took her 5 minutes to declare me dead, but the financial admin took 50 minutes to discuss with me that no, death was not a condition covered by my insurance plan. But luckily for them, they realized that I was a veteran of the military, so I was only charged the amount of 6 community college liberal arts degrees and a pack and a half of coconut Dr. Pepper as copay. Before I could pay it off, it was November already, and my corpse had submitted 37 mail-in ballots for Robert F. Kennedy, although I do believe he supports the war in Antarctica. Some of my friends are visiting Japan right now. Have any of you guys ever been to Japan? No, by the way, your big city weeb convention doesn't count. No matter how many Genshin cosplays you saw at Artist Alley. Shopping in Japan must be like a ton of fun, by the way. Everything's like so incredibly priced, in great packaging, and efficient, high quality. You know what I mean? Since there's such a time difference over there, I usually only see my friends' messages late at night when I'm already like half asleep. I saw a picture come in with a caption that just said, "Pick one." My eyes hadn't adjusted yet, and it looked like a photo of about 20 women with eyes censored, all in a row wearing bikinis. So before I knocked out, I managed to text, "Whichever one is cheaper, they're all the same to me." Next morning, I come to find out that he got me a HoloLive plush. So I wasn't wrong. But God, am I glad I'm not guilty of perpetuating human trafficking. That would have been uncomfortable for everyone. Although, that would mean I could outsource my comedy writing to my wonderful Japanese wife. それがどれだけ面白いかわかりません。
What does that mean?
Okay, you don't have a fucking, like, attachment on your headset that automatically translates shit? Or have we just accepted that, like, the world language for the internet is English? Fine, I'll explain the meta of that joke just for you, Savvy. I went on Google Translate and told Google to I asked them what is Japanese for, and that would be awkward for everybody. Sips water. Moves away from Mike to breathe. So I grew up in Los Angeles. Some might know. I did all my elementary school there. Big cities like that are cultural hubs. So it's really hard to come across like blatant racism. But you can't just know every single possible way to offend people. So every now and then you might overstep a boundary by mistake. My family wasn't poor at all, but they saved money, and I usually got my clothes like discount from Kmart. For those of you who might not know, Kmart was a magical department store where you could buy clothes and jewelry that made you look like a Seinfeld extra, along with physical copies of video games. You guys remember that shit? No updates or online service. If your game sucked, it ended up in Kmart. Yes, Kmart. Get you some Little Caesars on the way out because life was good before the housing market crash. You know, I was going somewhere with that joke. Oh, right. Clothes shopping and racial sensitivity. Yeah. So my parents made me wear platinum FUBU to school. I know this avatar isn't exactly what I look like in real life, but I'm sure you can all gather that the outfit was neither for me or by me at all. It was like that one Family Guy bit where Peter went to the hood and came back king. I got respect from my black friends for like 3 weeks. 5th grade rocked. I was still a virgin, though. Not one of my friends, though. He was so cool. Fucking Catholics. Speaking of anal, You know when a partner spends the night, they always leave something behind?
I zoned out and all I heard was speaking of anal.
I'm glad you came back for that.
Let's come back
I
to
need
the
you to keep up, sweetheart. Do you remember the safe word? Can't have you knocking out like that on me, man. So, you know when you invite someone over and they always leave something behind? Like, it's either a hair tie, or a water bottle, or an undying sense that maybe this person is meant to be more than a friend with benefits, but you won't know for sure until your next scheduled therapy session allows to address that. This is all while you're still evaluating the emotional roller coaster that has resulted from your first 3 months prescribed on Vyvanse that all culminates to a complicated and rocky climate for dating. Regardless, why won't she call back, guys? I just want to be loved.
Oh no, this bitch left her butt plug. That's lame.
This joke has been brought to you by the number D for dosage and the letter 40 for milligrams. Sponsored by my psychiatrist, who I just gifted a 1-month subscription on Twitch to assist with their case study.
I had to go throw up and then it happened. Don't worry.
I thought you were gone. I was like, oh, she's gone. She gone for the night.
So I gotta tell you, we all talk about Biden is senile this, Trump is crazy that. I don't know why we don't give Alex Jones more credit. Because he sounds batshit crazy, but at least he's been a right of a few things, right? Like, I'm not just talking about correctly guessing the elites having pedophile rings and stuff like that, but remember this water turning the freaking frogs gay, like that thing? It's not just the frogs, guys. There's stuff out there changing us. Ever had the Impossible Whopper from Burger King? I am absolutely convinced that they inject hormones into that shit. I had like 3 of those Impossible Whoppers one day, and like, dude, my man boobs started getting really fucking tender. I was an emotional wreck for the rest of the day, too.
So you said Burger King, right?
Yes, Burger King.
Let's see where I'll get my free supply of estrogen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, everyone's taking notes right now. Half of VRChat is taking notes. Also, if you don't believe that for any reason, just ask any trans girl what their favorite burger joint is. It's okay. I'll wait. See how quiet they got? The government doesn't want you to...
Carl's fucking Jr.
No! Listen!
Jr.
Listen! I'm making a point here. I know I'm right. I mean, the government doesn't want you to know these things, but like, just look at the king. Just look at the mascot. He's obviously a icon. He looks masculine, and he takes on the king persona, but notice how he like never talks about it, and no one's ever confronted him about his identity? That's right. Y'all are worried about woke culture and politics. Well, I'm asking the real questions. I accept you, Burger King, my liege. But I am not blind to the mystery upon which your kingdom is built. I'd tell you more, but not until the next season of House of Dragon, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central. Only on Duskview tonight. I'm Haze XE, and you're watching me ERP on Disney Channel. Dun, 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 dun. Those weren't Mickey ears, by the way. That was a deformed dick. Oh, cheers, everyone.
Give me just a second.
Ah. Fuck.
I just deal with computers. They tend to. I can't deal with people.
Blue, it's good to see you back here. What is we're gonna do a little bit of we're gonna do a little something different. What is it you do for work again?
Produce.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't do crowd work, so on to the next joke. Look, I love getting on here
Oh, trust
and
me,
seeing
I hate
you guys.
I hate it severely.
You ready for that?
It's a refreshing break. If you hate it that much, become a comedian, I promise. You know, which one? God. The
It's super exciting. I wish I was working in
The economy is that bad we have to work for Barnes and Noble. Ugh. You know, all this crap about like owning a car, going to a job and making money, having to have sex, so annoying, right? You know the world is changing to a blend of internet and reality when you get a collections letter in the mail for your Klarna payments that you use to buy full body tracking. Must have been drunk when I made that purchase, though. Also, I don't remember Love Ents even making full body trackers. This coworker of mine, he's married with 2 kids. He just told me on shift that his wife and him decided to try for a third. I mean, I never saw them as the swinger type, so I asked them who did they have in mind. And he said, no, not like that kind of a third. I'm talking about us wanting a child. So I reported him to the authorities. I'm just kidding. He obviously meant that they wanted to expand their family and have another baby. Which, by the way, very fucking weird conversation to have. A grown man looked me in the eye and said, yeah, the wife and I are trying to have a baby. Like that doesn't translate to, I've been cream pieing my wife incessantly for these past few days. And people will still say, aww. I'm just more shocked that he's having sex. I mean, I'm the one that convinced him to come on VRChat more often. I mean, his wife might not be mad at him anymore. That's probably what it is. As some of you might be familiar, I'm not just a comedian. I'm the networking business type guy for Duskview. I'm not saying they picked me for that position because I know what real grass looks like, but in order to find a well-fitting suit, you're gonna have to eventually shop somewhere that doesn't offer Uber Eats delivery. You need a particular set of skills you only get from being out and about in real life. You're going to have to talk to people whose avatars are not optimized and you can't turn them off. You might also be expected to not ERP with every living, breathing thing you see. And if your cock doesn't work, it's not simply a matter of removing and reinstalling DPS. It takes several doctor's visits and a prescription that I know absolutely nothing about. See, I make that joke, but I want to point out that cyber sex issues will absolutely be a panel I'll host in the future at your local anime convention. I'll be hitting topics like virtual STD prevention, erectile dysfunction in e-boys, a real issue, and the highly anticipated seminar, An Inconvenient Truth, where instead of talking about climate change, I'll be just explaining that, no, it's probably not DID, you're just a shitty person. Anyways, guys, it's been my time. You guys have been a fantastic crowd. I will see you all very, 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 very soon. Good night, people.
I'm burnt.
Put it back. Put it back.
I guess
Oh god, it's
drink and then I can
oh, it's in.
where you need to go.
Put it in there.
Savvy, I let
Good work. Good work.
I didn't play the news outro.
Have a good night.
There, I did it.